this is Pheo and Pash here, exploring 7 Days to Die. Today we're going to look at a building that Pash and I constructed in creative mode. We decided that we just wanted to play around with the building and see what we could come up with. The base of this building is 4 towers, and around these towers I've got a ramp leading up to a pit. There are spikes next to the tower and in the pit, which we covered over with water. The zombies really don't like it. Next, I had to lay out the foundation and get the towers built, and then we went through and built pillars. We wanted everything to be suspended in the air, and we wanted a nice strong base, so we went with concrete. The spikes, I think they just add a nice touch. The zombies go and they fall, they dance around to the front of the spikes and then they fall in. Because Pash likes her mini bike, we decided we would make a road from the building all the way up to the road. And again, we went with concrete, and I especially like the little guide stones, lampposts that we put along the way. There's a little building that Pash built while I was laying out our foundation. It's not
nothing,
too bad.
It's nothing much. It's just something to look at.
Ah, she can talk. By the way, this is Pheo here, and that was Pash. And Pash was working on using
That's metal
rebar
trussing.
railings, so you could actually shoot through them if the zombies attacked. Where I was going for more of a castle in the water, or in the sky as you would prefer. She was trying to reinforce an existing structure with a wall.
Well,
Not too bad here.
I liked what you did with the base because, one, I didn't like having to deal with all the gore blocks, and the water significantly reduces all the mess that you have, that the zombies make when they die.
That's true. It's kind of a pain having to clean up the mess they do leave, but it is better than cleaning up the entire mess. Personally, I think those core blocks, well, I just wish they'd go away faster. I mean, I understand the mechanic. They want the zombies to be able to climb over things to help get to you, but they don't need to stay there forever, and it really is a pain in your time consumption to have to go around cleaning them up every time. Anyway, back up into the castle.
This
Here's
is
the view at night.
Yeah, from the lake. It looks pretty with all the lights.
Yeah, we need a few more lights on the castle, but that's something for the future. But the candles on the walkway, I think, add a nice touch of ambiance going up. Now, one thing that I really wanted to do here was make a entrance to the castle that did not require ladders. That's me running around there. We're following Pash, by the way. And so what I did was I created these giant cement ramps, and they have a couple spaces there that you just put a couple blocks in and out whenever you want to get in and out of the building. We've got the house, and I particularly like the little walkways. I used metal siding to create a carpet-like effect.
They're useful too to stand behind, like when the cops come.
Yeah, putting them on the wall, the cops use their projectile on you and it hits the metal siding. Now here on the bottom floors, you notice we went with metal bars, so you could actually shoot through these, and I think it looks kind of cool. These are the internal structures of the towers. They are 9 by 9 towers with a supporting pillar in the middle. You need the supporting pillar if you want to have any kind of roof. Now outside, I went with a simple wood frame platform, and I lined it with, again, metal siding. And since you don't have corner metal sidings yet, I had to use blocks. Now, a couple reasons for these. I like being able to go outside the towers, and when you actually build, when you're going around, it's easier to build from underneath than it is to build from above or just beside. Now, each floor of these comes up, and this is the top floor, and if you'll notice, each of these roofs are concrete pyramids. And it was kind of fun to create.
Although we'd never be able to create this in a proper game. It'd be too far time consuming on
Yeah,
resources.
this kind of ate up a bit of resources. Anyway, so looking back, this is the back of the house. We went with these awnings. Here's the side, and I really like the little flower platforms up front, little picket fence and the flowers behind them. Although she can't see them right this second. There they are on the side there.
Wait till I spin the camera around, and this is just going inside.
And I like the lamps on either side of the door. It was a nice touch. Anyhow, Pash was responsible for the furniture here. Again, with the building, you really have to consider support. Now, those posts underneath, if you look on the ground anywhere, you'll see random little patches of cement that are helping to support this castle in the sky. And there's a nice base there. Again, you need the central pillar for the roofs.
Well, that made the rooms really small, though.
Yeah, that's why there are lots of rooms.
Yeah, but they're only tiny.
But here's a nice little office area. Safe on the desk.
Theo's library.
Yeah. Now, the way upstairs is through the restroom here. The water closet. And I went with a ladder in this particular instance. This is the second floor of the house on the platform. Got a little entertainment room here. I wish those windows could be used in the game outside of creative mode, but you kind of have to get them from the cheat menu if you want to use them at all.
Well, the windows used to be better in previous alphas. You could actually see through them, so the ones that you create with the wood windows by default are just, grimy.
They're just bad. Anyhow, there's one more floor here. I'm about to be going up there.
Well, there's two. There's still the tower bit, the last bit where...
Yeah, this is just the little atrium. If your video quality is good, you can see across the lake, and it's got a nice view up here. But it's just a tiny little room up top. I think it looks cool in the distance, and especially during the day or nighttime when you're going up there, it really is pretty.
It looks like
I originally wanted to put a skylight up there, but we went with the tent roofing.
It looks like a lighthouse.
The rest of the building. And looking around, back up to the front, little red carpet here, wood picket flower pots. And then looking back down the ramp. Now, the building is uniform along all four sides and all four corners. Now, down underneath, basically for blocks, cement, wood, or whatever, you really don't want to have more than 3 spaces a block without a connection to a ground support, which is why all these pillars come in. Now, if you have 2 pillars, you can go out 2 on each of those pillars and then connect them in the middle, and then you're set, because it's supported from both ends and it can support more weight. Now, I really should have gotten some footage of the zombies coming, because they are hilarious. They will go right up to the edge of either the ramps or the pits, and they will dance on the edges until they fall in, where they just die to the spikes.
They don't even want to go in.
Yeah, it's hilarious. It's great fun. They come up and they just wait for you to shoot them. Up back into daylight, taking another look. Now, this will be the last segment here, but looking at each, you can see that you have a lot of area of view up here. Now, if we consider actually making a farm up here on these platforms, and you can see the cement blocks that are coming up from the pillars underneath. And looking back down at the water and the trees across the way. Now, the only thing that I'll say about the issues here. This took about a week of just playing, 4 or 5 hours. So it's a good 20, 25 hours of work. And the creative mode, I just find it to be a lot of fun sometimes. You can explore some of the buildings and styles that you wouldn't normally see in game. Anyhow, that's going to be all for today. Passion Pheo signing out. If you like what you saw here today, please remember to like and subscribe. We appreciate it. And thanks.